Hello, Ani, and welcome to another online tutorial brought to you by Kenjigo Entei. I'm your host, Jennifer Holub. This is the online tutorial that will talk about measurement apps. Measurement, I've created a folder for all of my measurement apps here, so we'll click on that. Now, as we know in the curriculum, measurement has to do with a great many number of things: time, rulers, sound measurement in some cases, angle measurement, and I've even included as well money, even though there's some dispute whether or not money is a form of measurement or if it's a numeracy strand of the curriculum. But in any case, I've included measurement into this area here. So let's get started with money measurement apps, because there have been some phenomenal ones specifically for Canadian currency that are available in the App Store. Probably my favorite is Money Mind CA. We'll click onto that one. There's an icon of a loonie, and there is some sound here attached, so you'll hear a faint sound in the background. This one is a fantastic app. Let's click on Game 1. This is a simulation of a shopping experience, really, where the student looks at what the item is, looks at the cost of it, and then has to select the currency and drop it onto the nearby the cash register and pay for it. What I like about this app is that if they put too much, it gives them the feedback that they are not quite there yet. And sometimes it gives a bit more specific feedback, like I think you need some more money, so it gives them those prompts. So that's really useful. Over here we could turn off the sound if we wanted to, and also turn off the effects, although the effects are kind of fun. You'll notice that up here it tracks the student's progress. I've gotten 4 correct and 6 incorrect. That's a game from before, and that's good for you as a teacher, that you do not have to be hovering over a student to find out their progress. You could helicopter around to several students using iPads and then get a sense of how they're doing as they progress along. Alright, let's go back to the home button. I believe that's here. There's some other games. I can pay in different ways. Okay, so make $1 in 2 different ways. So up here on table 1 we'll put a loonie, and over here we'll put 4 quarters. Let's see, where's another quarter? Here we go. Okay, that's another game. Game 3, I know how much to get back. So even within this one app, which is free by the way, there are many different activities to do with money to really get a sense of how the students will need to understand money. Okay, let's exit out of that app. So again, that app was Money Mind CA. Let's talk about another fantastic app for money, and that is the Money with Leo. This is actually an app that was designed by the Royal Bank, so I wonder if it sends subliminal messages about investing in RRSPs with Royal. I'm just joking.
Hi, I'm Leo.
And so, of course, Leo is the mascot of the RBC. He's got his RBC t-shirt on there. So, full disclosure, this is designed by RBC. But it is a fantastic app, and it's actually very appropriate for much younger students as well. So the coloring book.
Ready to color?
Okay.
Hey, what a great choice. Let's color. Choose a brush and paint color to get started.
Okay, I'm not sure how that has to do with money. I was hoping to show you the
Ready to color?
okay, here we go. Sort the coins.
Drag each coin to the correct piggy bank of $2. You got $2. $1.
As you can see, there's a lot of sound attached to this app, which is very useful for the student to hear the feedback. But you might want to consider headphones if you have several students working in close proximity to others. It might get a bit noisy. So definitely consider headphones. Okay, let's exit out of that app. So again, that was Money with Leo down here. Okay, and finally with money, we've got the Coins and Bills app. This is a very factual, straightforward app. This might also be useful to plug into a projector so that you could have sort of an introductory lesson to do with money and identifying coins.
This is a penny. A penny is 1 cent. This is 1 cent. On the front side of the penny is Queen Elizabeth II. On the back side of the penny are 2 maple leaves. 100 pennies make $1. 1 cent can be written 1 cent or $0.01. This is a nickel.
Okay.
This is a nickel.
Let's see.
A nickel is sound is off. Descriptive voice is off.
Okay. So this is a very factual app. Very informative. You can see there's a bit of trivia about what's on the coins. As we get into the bills, it'll talk about the different prime ministers or figureheads of Canada that are represented on the currency. So very interesting. Good for an introductory, I'd say, in terms of money. So exiting out of that app, that was the Coins and Bills app. Again, these 3 are for Canadian currency. There are many money apps out there, but most of them are American, so it's good to discern and find those Canadian ones. Also, iCoinida is another Canadian currency. Let's turn it this way so we can see. Okay, so denominations. All right. Looks like this is, I haven't actually used this that much, but it looks like it is information about some more historical forms of currency in Canada. So a lot of interesting trivia there. Maybe if you're doing a history project with the students in the older grades, they might find some of this information useful when we're talking about the early settlers unit, perhaps in the grade 3 curriculum. And those sorts of trivia are interesting. Now let's talk about some telling time apps. Of course, measurement concepts are tough. Telling time is a tough concept to get for some students, and that's where the iPad really wins out. So for example, we've got this really cute app that's called Telling Time Game. Okay, very accessible. Whenever you get asked for push notifications, I always say don't allow, because it just means it's going to send you reminders and pop up every once in a while. I find it a little annoying. Okay, play.
Which clocks show the same time? 10 past 1, 1:55.
Okay, something about this app, again, a lot of feedback. You might need headphones. The other thing is that it will scaffold up into more difficult levels as the app notices that the student's really getting it easily.
12:15, 5 past 12, 7:20, 2:50.
Okay, so as you can see, it's scaffolded up into now asking me 3 questions as opposed to just 2. So let's exit out of that app. So that was Telling Time Game. This is a more matter-of-fact, not super-duper cartoony game. No, I do not want to recommend that app to my friends right now. Okay, so playing the game. You can set up the settings for your students and then put this app into guided access to lock it onto the screen. You can do practice or quiz mode. Minute hand increments. Very interesting. Increments by 5 minutes, 15 minutes, or 1 hour, 60 minutes. Okay, you can turn the sound on or off, and the timer on or off, and the amount of questions. We'll press continue. Okay, here we begin. So, 3 o'clock, so I press the amount of hours. The great thing about apps like this is that oftentimes the students will not need to be shown how to use them. They'll just be able to figure it out, trial and error. So that's very, very important. Okay. Oh yes, check. Okay, so there's a little ding sound when I get it right. So that's good because you might have students struggling with literacy. They might not be able to read the feedback that is on the app, but they do get that sound feedback. For example, if I put the wrong answer in, there'd be a little bloop, and I wouldn't be able to move on to the next one. Okay, let's exit out of that app. So that one was Telling Time. Another one here, Tell Time, which is a free app. Again, these are all free apps. Okay, we can start. And we, very similar to the previous app, we insert the time and check. There it is. Also, in settings, as with the other app, you can manipulate the settings, although this one doesn't look like it has as many features as the other, so that's something to keep in mind. We'll exit out of that app. So that one was the Tell Time app. However, as you can see, Telling Time was a bit more complete with its settings and features. Okay, and then there's a general measurement app. Okay. So this has both length and time. Well, let's go with time because we're on to that. Move the hands of the clock. Okay, this is neat because... move the hands... Yes. The time is 6:20. Oh, well, it's already set to 6:20. Okay. The time is 6:20. Okay. So, yeah, this app is a different approach then to the Telling Time concept. Okay. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with that app. Anyway, but then length will give us some opportunities to practice that. So what is the length of the bread? It looks like we can actually move the ruler, and we have 9 centimeters. Okay, very good. Interesting. We'll exit out of that app. So again, that one was measure. Okay. Let's see, what else we have? Oh, I forgot to talk about Amazing Time. Again, there's a lot of time apps. So many to pick from. Oops. Okay, Amazing Time. This one looks a bit more exciting.
Set the time to 11. Oh.
Okay. Again, might want to consider headphones.
You did it.
Well, thank you, kind wolf. I did.
Set the time to 2 o'clock a.m.
Okay, 2 a.m. Ooh, this one's neat because as you can see, the daytime and nighttime move accordingly depending on what time it is. Okay, let's exit out of there. So that one was the Amazing Time app. Very exciting and also full of a lot of different features, it seems. Okay. Just a couple more. We've got a 3D protractor. Okay. This one actually uses the camera so that you can measure your device. Okay. We don't really have time to get into it right now, but very, very interesting app to use. We'll exit under there. So that was the 3D protractor. Protractor First, similar app. Okay. You can create angles and use those. That's good for the older grades when we get into angles as well. Okay. We also have a decibel app, which is interesting. We can measure the volume of the room. And right now, it will read a very small decibel. And if I speak louder, the decibel reader goes up. So very interesting. Okay. Okay, well, we're almost out of time, unfortunately, but you can see how there's a wide variety of measurement apps and a wide variety of grade levels that they would be appropriate for. So pick your favorites and delete the rest, and happy measuring.